On Clear Lake, it's one of those lakes you never know what you're going to catch. You might have a real bad day, but you could have a day where you're going to put 30 pounds in the boat for 5 fish. And anytime you're catching 5 to 8 pounders, you get pretty stoked. So I'm wound up. The whole drive up here, I'm all excited. I go, oh man, what are we going to get? What are we going to get?
That's that big heavy jig. 3.5 pounder. He's about 8 now. Get you some of my jigging.
You know, what we're doing right now is we're just coming in the very early stages of fall. Water temperature's just starting to cool down. And these fish are starting to migrate. And this year, we have some grass around, but there's very little grass for these fish to be holding in this year. So what that means, they're gonna start positioning on the hard cover. I mean by hard cover, they're gonna be on the docks and they're gonna be on rock. So all the traditional rocky areas in the docks that have some depth on it, that's what you're gonna be keying in. And if you look at this wall over here, or even this wood wall right here, you can see the water line. We're down probably, I'd say 5 to 6 feet from full pool. Well, these shallow docks up here got 6 inches a foot. You can pretty much eliminate those. So start looking for your deeper little troughs and just little drop-offs. It doesn't have to be a big drop-off here. A drop-off on Clear Lake is a 1 to 2 foot break. A 2 foot break here and change in water depth means the difference of catching a lot of fish or no fish. Well, as far as my equipment today, let's just say I came a little unprepared. I did not bring my typical 8-foot flipping stick that I would use for flipping around docks and heavy cover. And just go to show you how preconceived notions bite you in the butt. I came here thinking I really wasn't going to be fishing docks this way, that I'd be fishing more rock, more open water, whether it's structure fishing with a jig or crankbait. And I brought this rod to do some structure fishing out on the rock ledges, but we got up, started fishing around the docks. First dock I come to, I picked this up. Well, I'll just throw a jig in there and crack! I get a Moby Dick. So I'm improvising with my 7-foot medium heavy casting jig rod with 14-pound fluorocarbon. So far so good, but I could easily get one taking me to school here real quick. Jump out of the water. God dang. I'd say I called that one. God. Where are these when I need them in Bassmasters tournaments? God. God. That one's pushing 6 right there. Go to California and get some California big fish love. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a long time since I've been to Clear Lake, and coming here today, I don't know what to expect. I knew we're kind of getting into a transition period, coming into the fall. Still been hot, but starting to cool down, and so we came out here with no preconceived notions, really, of one thing being the best deal. I thought we'd be able to fish a little bit shallower, catch some fish, but this dock bite really thing kind of caught me surprised because I guess I really didn't expect a full-on flipping bite on the docks, and I didn't bring a flipping stick. I had no 25-pound test line, but at least I had good enough equipment, heavy enough line, and the right jigs, and really got onto a great bite. I'll swing that one. God, what a football that is! Whoa. That's a clear lake bass right there. Look how short and fat they are. He's probably 15 inches. I don't know how long he is, but he weighs more than the average. I mean, that's a 2.5-pound fish. He was all the way out at the end of the shade line. Not really any structure, just kind of hopping the jig out and stayed in the shade, but wasn't really holding right next to the pilings at all. As far as the baits today, used a couple different jigs. I used a 1/2-ounce Terminator jig and a 3/4-ounce jig, brown and purple in color, and just a watermelon red double tail in the back. I think the double tail just kind of gave a little bit more swimming action, but nothing rocket science about it. Brown and purple with a watermelon red trailer, and just pitched up there. He ate it. He engulfed it. Just a 3.5. Yeah. Thank you, little dude. Came over just a little piece of structure in this corner. I mean, you can see right here, we got most habitat, most shade, everything they need to really have a nice, big, comfy home. And I just hopped that jig to his little home, and he didn't like it much. I guess he did like it. He choked it. I mean, he literally choked that thing. He had it down his throat. We're fishing good areas, but there's always a sweet spot within a good area. And the only way you can figure it out is really fishing around and getting an understanding of the terrain and what's down there. So you start understanding all the little contours, nooks and crannies. Okay, well, I remember feeling that jig, sliding over a rock or a brush pile underneath that dock right on this right corner of the pole. It's understanding those little intricacies about every little area you fish. That's when you start finding the sweet spot, the spot within the spot that is the dominant. That's like their domain. You hit that domain, you hit mother lode. My thumbs are absolutely shredded. My hands inside out right here. I got a big old blister. It's ripped up, popped. It'll probably start bleeding here if we start catching any more. Well, this is a sign of numbers. This is a sign of size. So, a couple good ones in there shred you up. Little ones tear your thumbs up, but when you have both, it's a real good day. And we've had a good day so far, but we're not done yet.